How long does that take?
Like a week.
If I let Daddy just speak in Spanish.
Meeting will come to order. Madam Clerk, can you please call the roll? Mr. Alvarez? Here. Mr. Avila? Present. Mr. Bradford?
Present.
Mrs. McGowan? Present. Ms. Santos? Here. Ms. Shore? Present. Ms. Steele? Here. Mr. Walsh?
Here.
Madam President? Here. 9 present, constituting a quorum, Madam President. So ordered. Anyone from the audience who'd like to address the board, please fill out a yellow card in the back of the room. And let's please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Motion to accept the minutes from the last meeting without having to read them into the record, moved by
So moved.
Commissioner Bradford, seconded by
Second.
Commissioner McGowan. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Hearing none, so ordered. Madam Clerk, please read the resolution honoring Karyn Calabrese. Resolution sponsored by the Board of Commissioners recognizing Karyn Calabrese for 40 years of service dedicating to inspiring and educating the community, locally and internationally, on health and wellness. Whereas Karyn Calabrese, pioneer of the raw food movement, is a successful entrepreneur and popular holistic health expert based in Chicago. And whereas in the early 1980s, Calabrese began hosting a vegan potluck at her house in Evanston the third Sunday of every month. There, she lectured about food and alternate healing methods. She called it Learn to Live International. The group grew from 6 people to 90. It was the beginning of her business. And whereas at 69 years old, Karyn looks nearly a generation younger without the help of surgery or Botox. For the past 40 years, Karyn has been committed to taking care of her body and helping others do the same. In addition to raw diet, she believes in regular detoxification and has developed a program that she teaches to hundreds of people each year. And whereas Karyn's Detox Cleanse program has helped thousands of individuals with health challenges reclaim their health. And whereas Karyn exists to rejuvenate the way people approach achieving and maintaining timeless health, well-being, and clarity by celebrating the purity of nature's original design in food and human mind and body. And whereas many notable figures come to seek her advice and dine when they come into town, such as Minister Michael Bernard Beckwith, Supreme Court Justice Sonia Sotomayor, Stevie Wonder, Beyonce, Lady Gaga, music producer Jamie Dupree, Common, Kelsey Grammer, Emma Thompson, Will Ferrell, John Sally, and Boy George, among others. And whereas her first restaurant, Karyn's Raw Bistro, is the longest standing gourmet raw food restaurant in the United States, and where she is the first person to ever be featured on the cover of Dining Out Chicago Food Magazine. And she is one of the first people to grow and juice wheatgrass in Chicago. And whereas Karyn Calabrese was awarded the first annual Raw and Living Foods Golden Branch Award in 2002 for introducing the idea of raw and living foods to the greatest number of people in the mainstream public. And whereas Karyn was awarded the Lifetime Achievement Award in 2015 for the Pure Living Expo in Sedona, Arizona. And whereas Karyn was the 2013 winner of the Harper's Bazaar Fabulous at Every Age competition, the 60-plus age category, and was featured a regular on Chicago Going with Bill Campbell, Director of Community Services. And where she appeared on the Oprah Winfrey Show, WCIU, The U, The Today Show, ABC Fox Chicago, CBS, Windy City Live, The Steve Harvey Show, WGN, and has been featured in numerous articles in the Chicago Tribune, Eatery, Chicago, Sun-Times, as well as numerous national commercial print and ads. And whereas Karyn's brand also includes an intimate yet sweeping day spa, Karyn's Inner Beauty Center and O2 Day Spa, an intensive learning center headlined by a 28-day cleanse program, a cookbook, an uncooked book, and an all-natural retail line spanning wellness supplements, skincare, and raw cuisine. And whereas no matter your stage, on life's journey, no matter what your drive, you or what you seek. Karyn lives as a resource to guide, inspire, and reawaken the most wholesome, empowered, best possible you. And whereas Karyn's pioneering journey has inspired many others to launch their entrepreneurial business related to the health and wellness movement, and whereas Karyn herself questions at the end of every day, if you don't take care of this body, the most magnificent machine you'll ever be given, where are you going to live? And now therefore be it resolved that we, the Board of Commissioners of the Metropolitan Water Reclamation District, on behalf of ourselves and staff, do hereby recognize Karyn Calabrese for 40 years of service dedicated to inspiring and educating the community, locally and internationally, on health and wellness. And be it further resolved that this resolution be spread upon the permanent record of proceedings, and a copy of same suitably engrossed be presented to Karyn Calabrese, dated June 2nd, 2016.
Commissioner Avila, would you like to present the resolution?
And so moved.
We're not voting on it today.
Reason why I'm going up here,
Karyn?
folks, is that Karyn got me off of Botox.
Wow. Is this me?
Oh, it's you, Karyn. Here, give me a little. Right in the middle.
Karyn, on behalf of Tim Bradford and myself and our president and the board, I'd like to present this resolution to you. You know, Karyn, I met Karyn about 45 years ago, and Karyn was responsible for me changing my life around. Okay, now look at me. No, I didn't do a Botox, but I'm good looking, a good dancer, a good singer. All because of Karyn. Karyn is a vegan, and I'm a vegan. And you know, I wanted to present this resolution to Karyn, and I'm glad it happened on today's meeting, because we're going to give $100,000 to the sheriff for a collection of prescription drugs. And we all think at the back end, but Karyn thinks of prevention, of the front end. We wouldn't have all these prescription drugs in our environment if they didn't follow Karyn's prevention program. Because that's where we should consider giving maybe we could change the resolution around. Instead of giving the $100,000 to the sheriff's department, just give it to Karyn for prevention. So Karyn, I'd like to present this resolution to you, and tell me like this.
I just wanted to say that I couldn't think of a person more deserving than Karyn for this, release of this resolution. And I want to let you know, I have to be honest with everyone, I am not a true vegan yet. They're working on getting me there, but I'll be there eventually.
But Tim is good looking and a good dancer and a good singer anyway.
Okay, this is beyond incredible what's going on here today. And people that have taken my classes and that know me, is I am a truly transparent person. I don't hold anything back, ever. My whole life is an open book. And the reason that I came to this world is because all the women in my family died overweight and very young. My mother at 40, my grandmother at 50, and I'm claiming 70 because I turned 69, but you know we're here for a year before we get our first birthday, so technically I'm 70 years old, okay? So I'm claiming 70. So I came to this whole world because of what was going on in my family. And what I have to say, it has not only changed my life, but I've been able to help hundreds of thousands of people change their lives too. It's not because I have any special words or effect or whatever, but because we all intuitively know what's right for us. We've just forgotten. And the way the world is set up is it's set up for us to forget. There's a gravitational pull to go in the wrong direction. You know, how many people say, let's go for water? We go for coffee, right? So, you know, 1 in 2 people in our lifetime will have cancer. When I used to teach 20 years ago, it used to be 1 in 10, it was 1 in 4, and it's now 1 in 20. So I'm just saying that there is a way that we can make a change, we can make a difference, and it all starts with ourselves, with making a difference within ourselves. So I have to digress for a moment, because I asked how long I could speak, and they told me indefinitely. You don't want to hear that, because I could definitely talk forever. I do free information seminars twice a month at my place, but the reality is I've been doing this for 47 years. I've had a wonderful run, but I'm in a place right now that isn't the best place because I've done such a good job of teaching what I'm doing that I've kind of fired myself. It's not a problem, I'm moving forward, but I am in a transition, and what happened in part of my transition was I was able to find some things written to me years ago. So my mother wrote me, you know how you do these autograph books when you're in 8th grade? I see mine was all molded and whatever. Well, my mother wrote to me in my book. So I am not a hero. I would like to give credit to Marilyn Cartiero, who's my mother, who's responsible for everything that I do in this lifetime. So if I can quickly read what she wrote to me. To my baby, remember the game you used to play, take a giant step, and it was a fun game, but one which required alertness, concentration, and even a certain amount of patience. You are now making your first giant step, and this was 8th grade, by the way. You are now making your giant step in the all-real game of life. It is to be fun, but it can require patience, alertness, and concentration. But the game of life is not all from play. Because it's so real and so important, so meaningful, it has so many demanding requests, such as submission of self to the responsibility of your fellow man, a never required devotion to sincere for the uplifting of character, earnest and hard work to realize your goals, untiring efforts to serve your fellow man, and a complete offering of your every action to God for work, service, and education are all forms of worship. So, my Karyn, I take also with you this great giant step, my love, my encouragement, and my confidence of the assistance of your Creator. So the whole point of this is, I'm not a hero. My mother created who I was supposed to be. I've given my life to service. I want to continue. I will continue. And thank you so much, especially at this important time, because I am taking a giant step. And my next step as to what I'm supposed to be doing. And just thank you all for your validation and confidence in what I can do.
Thank you.
Oh, and I want to add that if you don't take care of this most magnificent machine, you'll get taken where will you live. Thank you.
Also, for all the commissioners that maybe she brought some vegan
Oh yeah, brought food for you.
food for you.
By the way, you don't get people with wheatgrass, you get them with dessert.
Thank you. Thank you. Take a picture. Here.
Oh, I take I only am 70, folks, okay?
Ready? Yeah, okay. All right. Okay. You know, when Karyn just mentioned the fact that she was
Commissioner
7.
Bradford, would you like to be recognized for the...
Well, no, I'll do it on my way back.
Well, we don't want to miss a word you say.
There's no special recognition.
We want to make sure they're immortalized in the minutes.
They will be. What happened is that Karyn mentioned the fact that...
Could you use your microphone so we can hear every word?
Yes, Madam President.
Thank you.
Karyn did mention that she was, she just said she was 70. And, you know, in the old days, you know, a lot of the men in here will attest to this. When you saw a woman that looked as good as 70, you would just say, you know, looking good. And that was it. See, you thought I was going to say something different.
Good thing you got that.